Nostalgia. It seems that nostalgia is the driving force that will make Bandai and Tamashii Nations money. Not that I'm complaining, but what I'm trying to say is, I love that they are playing the nostalgia card because now I get the figures I always wanted from the series that I watched back in the day. Ryoga, the wandering and lost fighter from Ranma 1/2, has finally been released by SH Figuarts. I've waited a long time for this figure to come out, and now that he's here, was he worth the wait? Let's find out in this toy review of SH Figuarts Ryoga Hibiki from Ranma 1/2. Like all my reviews, I want to point out the negatives that this figure has first. His leg joint is really loose. In fact, they kind of wiggle around as you can see here. This is kind of bad. When you first get a figure, joints should be tight, not loose. Ryoga here is just straight up loose. But a simple application of Pledge Floor Care should solve this problem, which it has. Besides that, this figure is absolutely stunning and amazing. It seems that you get a slew of extra hands, 3 extra faces, his backpack and umbrella, and not to mention he looks just like Ryoga from the anime. His matte black pants and shaded yellow on his shirt, the headband, the facial expressions are all anime perfect, and SH Figuarts made the Ryoga figure I always wanted. When I first saw pictures of Ryoga on the internet, I was afraid that they wouldn't get the yellow on the shirt correct, as yellow can get overly bright. But upon closer inspection, you'll notice that the actual figure shows a yellow with hints of black in it to give it a shaded yellow, so it's not overly bright. On top of that, what we have here is a matte finish which gives him a very premium feel and look. Also, I really love the hair as it is nicely textured and gives that classic anime look. Overall, there's nothing too much to complain about when it comes to his paint and detail. He is an anime perfect version of Ryoga from Ranma 1/2, and if you're getting him for his paint and detail alone, then you probably wouldn't be disappointed. Starting with scale, he stands at about 5 1/4 inches and is slightly taller than Ranma, and that's pretty accurate to the anime. Speaking of, here he is standing next to Ranma, Akane, SH Figuarts Goku, and Spider-Man from Marvel Legends. As you can see, he scales really well. Looking at articulation, he features the new fighting body and has an up and down at the toe, up and down at the ankle, bend at the knee, ball joint at the upper leg, 2 rotations at the midsection, butterfly shoulder joints, bend at the elbow, ball joint at the wrist, and 2 joints in the neck, giving him about 20 points of articulation. That's pretty standard for an SH Figuarts figure. He articulates well and you can pose him in many different ways. This is truly where this figure shines, as you get 13 extra hands, 3 extra faces, a stand, backpack, and his umbrella. Everything you need to get him to pose like you want, with the accessories that made him famous. The only thing you don't get with him is his pig form, Pichan. But if you have Akane, then she comes with Pichan, so that completes this figure. What I think makes the Ranma figures really good is that they come with a bunch of accessories to make the figure worth the price, which is about $50 US. So let's start off by looking at his umbrella and backpack. Sadly, his umbrella does not open up, but you can still hold it with his hand like so, and this fits fairly tightly. Looking at his backpack, the top part can be removed like so and can be replaced with the umbrella holder. This is a really nice touch, so you can choose whether to have the umbrella holder or not. Also, if you notice, the pegs are different, so you know the correct way to put the umbrella holder. This is very considerate, so you always get the proper direction of the holder. To put the backpack on him, you have to remove one of the straps and place it on him like so. very similar to how Ranma puts on his backpack. The backpack does have a slight problem, as you really have to snap in that strap, and it almost seems like you're going to break it, but giving it a little force will ensure that it snaps into place. The details on the backpack are very anime accurate, as it's really large and really dark, and I love how it looks on Ryoga. Looking at the extra faces, you get a neutral face, closed eyes angry face, a I got hit by a Kane for being a pervert face, and a battle cry face. I love these faces and fits the character really well. Looking at the extra hands, you get a lot of extra hands to give you an abundance of options when it comes to posing him. I especially love these hands, which are used in order to pose him for his Shishi Hogodan! One extra hand that is unique is this one, which is his hand holding a schoolbook. This is used so that you can replicate the first time you see Ryoga in the anime when he's holding the schoolbook. Lastly, you get a stand which is very specific to him, as it is in his color and says his name on it. A very nice touch. Overall, I love the amount of accessories that you get with him, and it definitely makes it worth the price. Overall, if you're looking to get this figure, but was unsure if it was worth the money, let me just say, if you're a Ranma fan, then this character is a must-have, and therefore he's an easy buy. Thanks for watching, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and have a good one.
Hey you! Thanks for watching. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Where? Right here. Not there, right here. You. And thanks for watching. So, rate, comment, and subscribe. Right here, right there, right here. Yeah.